Hello everyone, how are you all going? I'm so glad that you could be here and join me for this video. So today I thought that I should film a pregnancy update. I am 36 weeks pregnant with our 7th baby. And I think a lot has changed since my last update. I think I did our last update when I was about 29 weeks. And yeah, I'm well into the 3rd trimester now and I am feeling it. So in this video, I thought that I would show you some of the things that I'm doing to keep healthy during pregnancy, as well as give you an update on my symptoms that I've been having, and also show you just some of my favorite pregnancy things, and also share with you how I'm preparing for a natural birth. So yeah, so stay tuned for all of that. I think I will start with my symptoms. So yeah, these are my 36-week symptoms. I'm actually quite out of breath just talking. So anyway, so don't let my energy in this video fool you. I have had lots of tired days. So one of my symptom number 1 is tiredness. The fatigue that I sort of feel in the 1st trimester has come back again, and I have been really tired. Having trouble sort of getting going in the morning, and I can't really get through my whole normal to-do list. Even just getting ready in the morning and doing my morning routine puffs me out, and I have to sit down for quite a while after I do it. I'm probably spending most afternoons sitting down and resting on the couch because I just run out of puff, and I'm like physically exhausted, as well as like some days I'm really sleepy, tired too, and I just drift off to sleep. And other days I'm just physically sore, so I have to sit down a lot. So yeah, so getting tired, my body's been aching a lot. I'm feeling really heavy now, and when I wake up in the morning my legs ache for quite a while, and some days it's worse than others. And I also been getting a lot of pain in my right hip, that if I'm on my feet too much, it can be quite painful and I have to go sit down again. So I've been doing this exercise routine about every 2nd morning during the week. Like, it's not really like exercise, it's more like stretching. I printed it off. It's like a maternity physio sort of routine where I do a series of stretches and exercise to strengthen around here, to see if it helps with the hip pain. So I've been doing that. So I've been feeling a lot more Braxton Hicks contractions. Yeah, my uterus just gets really tight for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then releases again. And I had one day a few weeks ago where I was having these like practice contractions like all day. So I don't know, maybe it was moving the baby down or doing something or other. So then they just like went away again, and it's quite common for me to get more and more of these contractions the closer I get to the baby being born. So yeah, I'm just out of breath and tired and sore, and all the usual things that you are feeling when you are this pregnant. I'm trying to stay in good spirits, and I'm trying to stay positive. I've actually been praying every day that God will help me to stay positive, because I know from past experience, if I can stay positive in my mind, everything's better, everything's happier. If I start to go down like self-pity, poor me, or start feeling guilty that I can't do what I normally would do, feel guilty that I can't even make our kids' beds, or I can't pick up Cedar very much, I have to sort of just pull him onto my lap, I can't like carry him or anything. If I start getting guilty, it just sort of ruins everything and makes me feel icky. So I try to stay out of that state of mind and just stay positive and say to myself, you know, it won't be long and my body will be back to normal again and I'll feel like myself again. You know, time does seem to be going quickly, so I'm sure that the last few weeks will go quickly, and you know, I can, you know, just keep telling myself that I'll be fine and I can manage, and just being positive and not like going into self-pity, because I actually can't even go for walks anymore because of my hip pain. And that's something I really miss. I normally go for a big walk every morning, and for the last quite a few weeks I haven't been able to go out for walks at all because of my hip pain. So yeah, so I'm just being positive and sitting by the window, still enjoying looking outside, and I go and sit outside when I can. And all this sitting down is probably leading to another symptom. I have gained a lot of weight, probably almost 25 kilograms, and I think that's pretty normal for me. I always seem to gain this much weight, and I'm already thinking about losing the weight after I have the baby. I know I'm not supposed to rush into it, but I probably will do Trim Healthy Mama again to try and lose weight after I have this baby. It's worked for me in the past, so I probably will be trying that again. But not straight away. Straight away I'm going to be focused on resting, recuperating and breastfeeding. So that's a lot of my symptoms. Now I will show you some of my supplements that I've been taking this pregnancy, and I really believe that they've helped me so much. Oh, hang on, this is not a supplement. I got this to try out. It's called Mummy's Tummy, and it's like a moisturizing cream that you rub on your like tummy and thighs, and it's supposed to prevent stretch marks. It's pink and it smells really nice, and I think I ordered this from the website called Nourished Life, I think, something like that. And I'm really enjoying putting this on after I have a shower. I don't know if it's helping or not. I truly think that the best way to prevent stretch marks is probably your diet and what you eat, probably consuming lots of good fats like coconut oil and avocado and olive oil and all those good things. I'm not sure if creams really help, but it makes you feel nice anyway. So there's that. So this is the prenatal that I take, and I've actually been taking this one for the last I don't even know, the last 3 or 4 of my pregnancies. It's Garden of Life. It's a really trusted brand. I think originally Garden of Life was started by Jordan Rubin, who wrote The Maker's Diet, and I really recommend his products. I get these from iHerb. So yeah, there's these prenatal that I take, and they are like capsules, and I don't like swallowing capsules because I've had a few get stuck in my throat before. And now I'm like completely freaked out to swallow anything. So I actually open them up and I mix them with water, and I'll show you what I mix it with. I mix it with this calcium magnesium drink. I really think that this drink stops me from getting leg and foot cramps. When I'm like taking the full dose of this, I usually don't get any cramps, or not many cramps. So I highly recommend this if you're having problems with leg and foot cramps during pregnancy or any time. It's got it's flavored with a bit of raspberry and lemon, and also sweetened with stevia, and I mix it in water and I drink it 3 times a day. And I have it with I mix this in with it too to make that taste a bit better. This is vitamin B that I take. This is for like my energy levels, and also for my brain and baby's brain, and it's good for so many things. Also good for nausea, and so I always take vitamin B. I also open up these capsules and mix them with the drink as well because I don't want to swallow them. I also take the Garden of Life iron. This is a really good iron to take. Other irons, in the past I've taken iron tablets when I've been pregnant and they have not been good. They have made me constipated and they make like your poop as hard as a rock and go black, and you don't want any of that. This doesn't do that. Uses iron from natural sources like beetroot and apple and carrot, and it goes on and on and on, like with all the things that it gets iron naturally from, and I always feel really good, and as far as I know I'm not anemic, and this has really helped. So I also have been taking this DHA, and this is for baby's brain and my brain. I only just started taking this probably a few weeks ago. This is the vegan one. I probably wouldn't choose the vegan one. I would choose the fish one that has actual fish oil in it. I accidentally brought the vegan one, but it's been good anyway. Oh, this is the vitamin C that I take and we give to the whole family. I really like Blackmore's vitamin C because it's sweetened with stevia and not sugar or like artificial sweeteners. So there's that, and that's chewable. Okay, I also take Garden of Life's collagen. I should be sponsored by Garden of Life, but I'm not. I just keep buying their products. But I probably don't take this every day, but maybe every third day I remember to take this, or second day. I mix it with my tea. I also put it in smoothies if I'm making a smoothie. This one, I've been taking this vitamin D supplement too. So yeah. Okay, so I've got some books here that I'm also going to show you in a sec that I've been reading to help prepare my mind mostly to having a natural birth. You may have seen in my last pregnancy with Cedar, I was on YouTube when I was pregnant with Cedar, my last baby, and you probably would have seen like one of the titles of one of my videos. I probably mentioned quite a few times in those videos that I am really afraid of giving birth. And because of that fear, like even though I've given birth so many times, the fear is still there, it hasn't gone away. And because of that fear, I quite often ask for an epidural. And I have had 4 epidurals, and I have had 2 like completely natural births with no pain relief at all. So basically this time what I would like to do, I would like to have a natural birth with no epidural. And the reasons I don't want an epidural is, well, some of the reasons I don't want an epidural is that I mean, it's a medical procedure and there's always some risk of something going wrong with it. There's a risk that you could even end up paralyzed from it. There's a risk that it might go up too high and you feel like you can't breathe. I don't know, there's risks because I mean, like it's a medical procedure. There's a risk with any kind of medical procedure. So I guess I don't want an epidural because of the potential risks. And I also was interesting when I said on my Instagram that I was planning on having a natural birth and not an epidural, without an epidural. Someone commented and said that they just asked for an epidural and it didn't work, and they ended up going through the whole labor and birth completely unprepared for the pain, and that they wish they would just have mentally prepared themselves for the pain because their epidural didn't work. And that also happened to my sister. She wanted an epidural. That's all she planned on doing, was going to the hospital and getting that epidural. Anyway, the anaesthetist, because we're in a this is a small country hospital here, and she was like going to the same hospital I'm about to go to. There was an anaesthetist, was busy that day, had to be in surgery or something. She could not get her epidural, and she went through the whole birth, felt everything, and she was even hooked up to like the hormone drip because she was induced, and she couldn't get her epidural, and she was not prepared for the pain at all. She hadn't practiced any kind of other kind of pain relief, like standing in the shower, or just like other ways to help, like aromatherapy or breathing or different changing positions and positive thinking, all these things that can help to take your mind off the pain. She wasn't prepared for that. So anyway, I want to be prepared in my brain that I'm going to be in pain, but I don't need to be afraid. I don't need to be scared of giving birth. Like, it's a powerful thing. It's something that women have been doing for thousands of years. I know that I'm completely capable of it, and my body is completely capable of it. And so I'm going to try and keep myself in that headspace this time, and not just immediately go epidural, because my last epidural that I had an epidural of cedar, and I could still feel the contractions on one side. It was a bit of a weird epidural. Eventually it did kick in and work fully, but I have so much anxiety when epidurals are going into. I start shaking, I get hot and cold sweats. In my mind, I'm just completely freaking out. For some reason, when the epidural is going in, I have like multiple anxiety attacks. That's happened in about 2 or 3 of my epidurals. I think it might happen in every one. I have massive anxiety attacks when the epidural is sort of starting to go in. And I would just like to avoid it. If I can. I'm trying to be in the right headspace to not have to have it. Anyway, I've been reading a few books that are helping. So this one is called Birth of Confidence by Rhea Dempsey. Anyway, I like this. I've actually finished this book. Only like last week I finished it. I like this book because it's written by an Australian lady, and it has all the Australian statistics for like interventions in hospitals, and it really talks about just normalizing birth again and not making it a medicated thing, just saying, you know, birth is normal, and it's not sick pain, it's positive pain, it's healthy pain. Like, it's just trying to normalize giving birth again to be a normal thing, instead of this like highly medicated thing. And it's also got lots of statistics about interventions. Like, once you have one intervention, it's when you're in labor and birth, it leads to another, which can lead to complications, and just how much healthier it is if you can to have a natural birth. It also emphasizes the importance of having a really good support team around you. So anyway, so I live in a small country town, right? I'm a long way away from a major city, like 4.5 hours, maybe even more away from a major city. So I don't really have like lots of facilities available to me. So the first thing I did was look into having a home birth. It's pretty much impossible to have a home birth down here. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to have a home birth down here. I've heard of people having free births. I'm not comfortable having a free birth because I feel like I would need some kind of a midwife, like a medical professional here home with me, like you know, in case there's something wrong when the baby's coming out and the baby needs some quick medical attention, I need quick medical attention, I would want an actual trained midwife or medical professional home with me. So I just don't feel comfortable with the idea of a free birth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the baby in our local hospital. It's only like 5 minutes away from here, and that's where I had my first 4 babies. It's hard to try and have a natural birth when you're just in a public hospital, because you've got sort of all the like facilities there waiting for you. You know, if you like suddenly want an epidural or something, you know, it's like mostly available, whereas if you're at home you can sort of go for a bit longer. So yeah, so I'm going to be planning on having the baby in the hospital, and I'm going to try and labour at home as long as I can. I'm really praying that I don't have to be induced because I go overdue. I have been induced 4 times. Yeah, I've been induced 4 times from going like really overdue. So I'm just praying that I don't have to be induced, and so I can labour at home for as long as possible, and then I'm just going to go to the hospital for the last bit of labour and for the birth. So we'll see how it goes. My sister and my mum are going to come here and help us with the kids. This is another book that I'm reading. Actually, Luke and I are reading it together because he's like my support person. He's going to be with me at the birth. He better be there. Birth Skills by, was it Juju Sundin? I think I actually read this before years ago, but I need like a refresher. So I read this again. This is really good. It gives you just different techniques and breathings and saying mantras and lots of random stuff to help you give birth naturally and to like get through the pain. And oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, when I said that I couldn't have a home birth and I need lots of support, I looked into getting a doula to come, but there's no doulas in this whole area too. And there was this one lady who said that she can come down from the city, but then I heard that our hospital has this student midwifery program, and that you can actually have like a midwife be with you, you can get to know them, and they can actually be with you, this same midwife, through the whole labour and birth. I actually saw one of these student midwives the other day at my appointment yesterday, and I'm going to, she's going to work with me to help me to get through my birth fears, and just to be there as like an extra support during the birth. Because when you give birth at a country hospital, you sort of have to have whoever's on duty. It's like whatever doctor's on duty or whatever midwife is on duty, you never know who you're going to get. So it'll just be nice to have a consistent midwife who will be the same like right through my labour and birth. I'm hoping that will help me to have a natural birth and help me when I'm freaking out to just keep going. And yeah, so I also got this book. I'm loving this book because it's about food and rest, 2 things I love to do. Sitting around eating food. And this is the book, The First 40 Days, all about postpartum rest in the first 40 days, and it has all things about how to prepare for your postpartum rest time, and different foods to cook in preparation for your postpartum rest time. And I'm loving this book. Luke got it for me for Christmas. I said that I wanted it and he brought it for me for Christmas. So anyway, after I read it, I'm going to give it to my mum and see if she might make a few things for me. We'll see. And then I might make a few things myself and put them in the freezer. So yeah, that's another thing we've been doing to get ready for the baby and the rest time after the baby. It's been, I've been like doubling and tripling meals that we're making and putting them away in the freezer. My freezer's almost full and I've still got so much more I want to make. So I need to find some room for all of this food that I'm making. There's still quite a bit I need to do to get ready for the baby. I brought a bassinet and a like baby swing yesterday from Baby Bunting, and they are coming in the mail. I need to get like some shelves to put her clothes in, and I just went to our local Target the other day and I found a few onesies because I don't have any like 3 or 40 onesies. So I got this one. And this one. Oh yes, a lady gave me this hat. So cute the other day. She said, oh, this might fit one of your kids. I tried it on every single one of my kids who would let me, and it didn't fit any of them, so I thought, okay, well, this will be good for the new baby then. Just got some like singlets. It still might be pretty hot here when she's born, because she's due in 4 weeks, and it'll still be like the last month of summer. But anyway, there's 3 white singlets there, and teeny weeny leggings, and then I got these 3 pink singlets. So yeah, I still need quite a bit of baby clothes. I only have boy baby clothes. I need some girl stuff. So yeah, I'm slowly getting a pile of clothes together, and I just need somewhere to put her clothes, and I need to get some cloth nappies. I've actually never cloth nappied a newborn before, but I am shocked by how many nappies I put in a bin when I have a newborn, because they have a little like skitty mark poo in every single nappy, and sometimes you change it like 5 times just overnight. And so I'm like, in the morning there's all these nappies to put in the bin, and then I got this little teeny weeny little bit of skid mark in them, and I thought, well, you know, if I'm using cloth nappies, I will be like, it'll be lots of washing, but it'll be a lot less waste. So and you know, like a lot cheaper, because nappies get expensive when you're buying nappies in that bigger quantities. It gets expensive. So anyway, so I'm gonna like try and use some cloth nappies at least part-time if I can manage that. So yeah, if you have any more questions or comments for me, make sure you leave them below, and I will chat with you. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. I would love to have you subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you later, everyone. Bye.
Sometimes you need to go, take a step back.